guys, welcome back to Walk On Custom. Today we are going to learn how to assemble our game Shut the Box. Let's get started. Let's go ahead and jump over into the files for Shut the Box. So we are going to review the SVG files. There's also the other formats as well. So once you open the SVG file or any of the other formats, you will see that I've included a how to play instructions as well as written instructions on how to actually cut and even change slots if you need to. Now I have provided 20 different slot sizes for 1/4 inch. Make sure you are grabbing the material measurement tool in the freebie section to figure out what your best fit is for the wood you are going to be using. So if we open up the dark wood first, you will see that our scoring is black and our cut is red. You will also note that there are these black X's and black lines. This is showing you where we're going to be applying glue. Make sure you score this portion so that you know where you're supposed to be placing glue. You will also notice that there is an L on either side. This is referring to your sides and what goes where. These are very close in size, but when you line them up next to each other, you'll see there is a short side and a long side. The long side needs to line up and go with the long portion of your board, which is why we are scoring an L. That will disappear once you put the pieces into place. Also have these little boxes right here. This will cut out so that you can put your dice in place. So now let's go ahead and close this, and we will move over to the light wood. We are going to make sure that we open the same size for the light wood. We forgot to check our 1-inch square. You always want to select the 1-inch square and make sure it is showing up as 1 by 1 inch. You will also notice there is a lot going on here. So the first time around, you'll notice, first of all, there's the L and the L. So you're going to want to make sure those line up with the L and L on your other pieces. You will also note that you've got these weird squares and open squares. These are to glue over with your dice holder section. And then you will last note that the pieces are double-sided. If you are not comfortable with double-sided projects, you could always just ignore the orange and not score the orange at all. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to load the file. I am going to turn off my orange first, and I'm going to run the file like this, and then I am going to turn off my cut and my score, and I'm going to turn on the orange. I'm then going to flip every one of these pieces over and score the backside. You don't have to score the backside if you're not comfortable. You can skip that step. I do it because I'm extra. I can't help it. All right, so let's go ahead and jump over to assembly. First thing I'm going to recommend is to seal these pieces. It's going to be very difficult to seal them after this has been put together. I am using a bullseye shellac, and I am spraying one side, letting it dry, and then spraying the other side. Okay, jumping right into assembly, we're going to grab the smaller square with the L that is scored on top, and you'll see the other ring goes on the outside. We are going to make sure that we line up our L with our L on the base. And then we're going to find our long rails that are going to go into the slots on the inside, and then the shorter rails are going to go perpendicular on the top and bottom. You can also see there is one with a T. Those go on the outside. So the long and the short. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and place the long down. You're going to want to make sure that you have your good side of your wood facing the inside, because you will be able to see that. And I am just going to insert these into all of their slots, and then do the same for the short side. And again, making sure that my good side is facing in, and you will see that it's going to create a nice clean corner from the inside looking out towards the wood. You will not be able to see the outside perimeter, so the outside doesn't matter as much what it looks like. Sense in a little bit. So now we're going to go ahead and add the pieces with the T on the top and the bottom. Again, make sure your good side is facing out this time and not in. So we will be able to see the outside but not the inside once everything is put together. So you really don't even need to worry about cleaning up flashback, because it's all going to be pretty much hidden except for the paddles with the numbers. Okay, so now that that's all put together, we can go ahead and put our inside rim on top, again lining up our L, and just press into place. If you need to, grab a hammer. I grabbed a little rubber mallet, that way I didn't really damage my wood. I was able to just tap it into place. So now we'll repeat the process with the outside rim. We are going to line up the slots and tabs once again and press down. If you need to, grab a mallet to help you work your way around and get everything into place. Now let's go ahead and glue up our dice holders. We are going to have a solid base glued to a ring for every dice holder. So just add some glue to the outside ring and then place it onto the solid piece for it to dry. Now we're going to flip over to adding the numbers. Now remember I said that the X's are where we are going to put glue, and we're going to have to grab the number pieces and place them into the slotted top and then glue the top down. So this gets a little tricky, but it is very doable. So I would sort all your pieces first, just make piles of each number so that you can easily sort them as you go. You're going to want it to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from left to right on each side. I got off camera a little bit, so I apologize, but what I did was I added a piece of tape all the way across on that set of numbers so that I could easily then pick it up and add numbers to the next side. I'm going to repeat this process 3 more times, adding tape to the top so that the pieces don't fall out. Now we can go ahead and set that portion over to the side and add glue. We're going to do one solid line of glue all the way around the inside rim. The outside rim, remember, we're only going to hit glue on those X's so that we don't have any glue showing. Now we can grab the top with all of the numbered pieces and try to get them lined up and then carefully put it into place. I am then going to carefully remove all of my tape and then check for any spots where glue may have escaped so that I can clean it up before it dries. The thing we need to do is add the 4 corner dice holders. You will add glue to the bottom of these pieces and then we will place them into each corner. And you will want to make sure that you are lining up the edge of your game with the corner piece so that it appears to be part of the game and almost flush. Okay guys, that's it. Hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. Make sure to subscribe and check out more tutorials just like this. Thanks so much.